Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back and about to go to war with my neighbor. And this time I'm not talking about Stellaris. Frank Mooterwood here of the Valdari. I mean, you know what, Frank? You may be off the hook on this one. Because my neighbor, I hate him so damn much. That guy, he's like a savant of obnoxiousness. He's really elevated his game to a whole new level. The guy, he truly has a gift for obnoxiousness. He always knows the perfect moment to do something that's gonna annoy the holy screaming shit out of me. And today, I'm telling you, today the guy, I thought he was on his game before, but today he has taken it to an entirely new level. And we just also take our colonies to an entirely new level here, which means we're gonna have to entirely make sure to kick it out of the Empire because it's gonna give us crippling penalties. My neighbor, though. Okay, so, you know, I typically do most of my recording on Sundays, and first, what's the guy do, right? As I just begin, like 5 minutes after I start recording for the day, what's he do? Fires up the lawnmower. Because, like any true savant, the guy, he always knows the perfect moment. Like any true savant, he's got a gift. So, okay, you know what? You got me. The lawnmower thing, it's not uncommon, actually. The guy typically mows his yard on a Sunday. It's the one time he ever mows it. And he only mows it, he doesn't even mow it every week because he's not really very good about keeping up his yard. But it almost always is on a Sunday. And sure, maybe that's my fault. Perhaps you should say, Pete, why don't you just record at a different time so you can get around a lawn mowing? But you know what? It doesn't work. Because the guy is a savant. I could record at 9 o'clock on a Monday night, and as sure as I did, that would be the moment he decided, man, you know what? The yard's really looking bad. I got to get out there and do something to trim it down. The guy just has an instinct for when making noises is going to irritate me the most, and that's when he does it. The lawnmower thing, by the way, he's so good at it, so perfect, I actually have a custom audio filter to pick out the noise of that guy's lawnmower from my audio. I'm not kidding. I have a specific filter for his lawnmower. But today, you know, it didn't start with the lawnmower. What's he do next? Okay, so I'm playing a little Stellaris here, having a good time, running in, doing some recording. What's he do? Fires up a hedge trimmer on me. Okay, you know what? That's good. I can see you mowed the lawn today. You're doing some yard work. It's yard day. I'm on with it. That's fine. Also, this guy's no longer oh, you know what? We should not have done that. Did you suddenly get the was slave bonus? You didn't, right? Okay, good. Wait! I made you a slave for 10ths of a second and suddenly you're totally cool? Wow, talk about a scared straight program. Alright. Anyway, hedge trimmer. So, okay, the guy's doing yard work today. Acceptable. I understand this, that's fine. It's lawn day. I can get down with that. This is, you know, fine. Plus, you haven't trimmed those hedges in like a year and a half, so honestly, they desperately needed it. That's fine. Go ahead, trim the hedges. It's okay. We're all good with that. Hedges need to be trimmed. And the problem, though, I mean, sure, the hedges needed to be trimmed and the guy's doing yard work today, but still, it's more work for Perfidious Pete because now I'm going to have to build an audio filter to pull the sound of that guy's hedges. It's really frustrating. Really frustrating. But okay, I mean, if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. I'll build an audio filter to pull the sound of that guy's hedges out of my audio because I don't have a freaking choice. So I'll do that. But then this is how you know the guy is a savant because, oh, he doesn't stop there. No, hedge trimming, that's not where it ends. What does he do next? Fucking fireworks. That's what. He starts setting off fucking fireworks. It's the 17th of July. The 17th. You missed the firework train, buddy, by 2 full weeks. 2 full weeks. And also, just back on the 4th of July, you almost burned your house down, man. I'm not kidding. Because not only did you almost burn your house down, you actually almost burned my house down, too. This guy, on the 4th of July, he's like one of those people who goes way, way, way overboard about his holidays. So on the 4th of July, I really want to pause time until I get this thing taken care of. Petalahoma City, exactly where are you, Rogue Danian? But he's one of those guys who goes way, way, way freaking overboard on the 4th of July, which, okay, you know what, fine. You want to celebrate the independence and the birth of your nation. I'm all about that, patriotism, etc., etc. But this guy is one of those people who buys the big explosive, like has to be fired out of a literal mortar fireworks. And he's an idiot, of course, so one of those giant mortars that he bought fucking exploded, blew up, and almost killed him and sent flaming shrapnel that landed on my house. So not only did he almost kill himself, But he almost burned my goddamn house down. And now, you know, lesson not learned, 17th of July. What's this guy doing? He's out setting off fucking fireworks again because honestly, you know what? I don't really think there is a good reason. I really don't. So if we go to Folk Danigan, we cannot put this in a district because we don't have the influence to stretch it over there, huh? That's going to be a bit of a problem, actually. We can't add any of these systems, so we actually can't even put this in a district. Which means we would have to forego one of our other more productive planets. I don't necessarily relish this thought. What about this planet? It does have humans on it. We're slowly purging the population. We could queue some... Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll queue some upgrades here. You have defensive armies. Yeah, you get a bunch. You know what? Let's queue up a bunch more defensive armies on my dime. I'll do my minerals for this. Why can't I do any more? Planet can only support 23 arm. Okay, well, here, we'll just get... There you go. Queue some of these up on my dime just to keep the unrest a little low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably good. And then what other potential upgrades do we want to launch? Really, we don't know because we don't really know what's on this planet. What did I just do there? Did I upgrade? I upgraded a mining network, I think. Honestly, that's acceptable. I really just wanted to see what was on the planet. I didn't actually mean to upgrade it. You got a hydroponics farm. Hydroponics farm. What is this? That's our planetary administration. That's a mining network. So these guys appear to have been using this as a mining planet, mostly. We're going to build you... What do you have here? A frontier clinic? Okay, I mean, that's acceptable. You built a frontier clinic. You get a bunch of empty tiles. There's 3 food on that tile because that guy... What if I move you to here? What's in this tile? 1 food, 2 minerals. All right. I'm looking for a tile where I can build some energy. What's in this tile? 1 energy. That's what we want. We're going to put you there. We're going to grab you. We're going to build you. We also need to find an empty tile so we can put an autochthonian monument because I would like to queue that up again on my dime. We'll get you a power plant. That'll help support some of your power. Let's find... We want to find like a truly empty tile here. This guy's upset? Why are you upset? I mean, well, because you're a slave and it's probably due to planetary unrest. Right, it's going to be unrest because we took all the armies off of this planet. So here, let's just put you over there. We could clear a tile blocker, but we can't queue anything on a tile blocker until it's actually cleared, which is unfortunate. We'll have to... You know, there's so many minerals on this planet, we should probably just build mine. You know what? Here, just build a mine. But I want an autochthonian monument somewhere on this planet. Build a mining network. And didn't one of these tiles just supporting some, like, crummy amounts of food? 3 food. You know, we've got the whole food thing covered. We're going to suppress... That's making 3 food, though, with no upgrade. What's this one making? 1 food, 1 mineral. 1 mineral. You know what? I don't want to suppress minerals, though. 2 food. What do you got? 2 food. What do you got? 2 minerals. Okay, well, 2 food. We're going to suppress this 2 food because I have to have an autochthonian monument here, and I really don't think that the planetary management is ever going to build one. So that's taken care of. Bobby Latchtrick, you're converted into the proper part of the Empire, and that's like over here, right, in Matar? Yeah, so now we got to go to District Management, and we're going to throw you in whatever district this was, District 9. You're also going to District 9. That's acceptable. So let's go to our planets and sectors. District 9's picking up another one. There you go. Grab that. District 9 is fully sorted. That puts us back under our planet cap. We're going to be doing a lot of that in the very near future. And now we can get back to normal speed. And I can go back to normally complaining about my freaking irritating neighbor. I'm telling you, the man has a gift. He really does. I shouldn't be so filled with hate and anger and rage. Because truly, the man does have a magnificent gift, like an instinct for chaos. That's it's unimaginable. It really is. It's quite amazing. It's also a lot like being Lex Luthor living next to Superman, in that every time I try to do anything, Superman is always fucking there to thwart me. And you probably saying, Pete, don't you mean it's a lot like being Superman living next to Lex Luthor? that Luthor's always doing. No, because we all know that the hero of Superman, Lex Luthor, is the hero. Superman is not the hero, it's Lex Luthor. Think about it. Superman is perfection. He's invulnerable, indestructible, nigh immortal. There's really nothing that can bother or harm Superman. He is impervious to basically everything. Superman is not a hero. He's not a hero at all. Why do we have armies? Because they can't land? We have armies idle around Erexo Prime. Assault legions. Colonial garrison. What are all these then? Defense army, defense army, defense army, defense army, colonial garrison, 129th colonial garrison. Who built all these? Did I do that? I don't remember doing that. I mean, we've got rid of the unrest, so sure. Some of our transport fleet is also still in orbit. Let's I really don't want to split it up though. Transport fleet, they have a space station here, or, well, no, I mean, they did until we blew it up. Right, they used to have one, but then we blew it up. Just enter orbit and chill. That'll be fine. I really just don't want to pay maintenance. And I don't want to split those guys up, because then I'll forget where they are, and what I'll wind up doing is just building a bunch more armies I don't need. Don't want to wind up building a bunch of assault armies I don't need and I'm not going to use. But back to the Lex Luthor thing. Lex Luthor is the hero of Superman. Superman is perfect and incapable of failure. Lex Luthor is just a man. He's just a man, and moreover, he's a man who continues trying in the face of overwhelming opposition. His foe is literally indefatigable, and Lex Luthor is like, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I know going in that I'm fucking facing off against Superman and that I'm doomed to failure. I'm gonna try anyway, because Superman is terrible. He negates free will, and it's the right thing to do. My struggle is noble and just. I don't care what you say. Lex Luthor is a goddamn hero. Superman is he's the evil. Cybrex listing post. Yeah, we got a special project. We'll get to that eventually. I'm not really interested in much of anything that Cybrex have going on. But I do notice one thing. We have 5,750 energy credits at the moment. I want to talk to the Artisan Enclave, because I think, weren't you the guys who told me, could tell me, I don't want to commission a piece of art. I don't want to organize a festival. You tell me, I guess it wasn't you, Artisan Troop. It was maybe the Alpha Enclave. It definitely wasn't you. Definitely wasn't you. Might have been you. Weird blue guy. Were you the one who was going to tell me about the mysteries of the universe and tell me about how to defeat the automated dreadnought? Like, you could tell me how to defeat it, but it was a ridiculous number of energy credits, right? Oh, it only gives us a bonus to damaging the automated dreadnought. It doesn't, like, give us a way completely around it. I don't know if I'm interested in doing that then. Last time the dreadnought completely tore our entire fleet apart, and, like, we didn't even put a dent in it. I really don't want to have to rebuild my entire fleet. What is it really? It's one of several flagships belonging to an unusually powerful interstellar empire that flourished in a small region of a galaxy some 7 million years ago. As is so often the case, the empire was brought to a sudden violent end at the hands of its neighbors in a series of very destructive wars. Dreadnought you encountered as the last of its kind, continues to dutifully patrol its assigned system despite the death of its crew. Many attempts have been made throughout the ages to put the old warship to its final rest. None successful. What else do you have to offer? Oh, actually, don't you guys offer, like, can I get scientists from you guys? We've got all these energy credits just sitting around, and I've been using them to kind of pointlessly terraform planets. Gauss cannon. I like the sound of you. That seems actually pretty good. Flak battery. 3.58. This is better than our current. Yeah, we're doing this. I would like some Gauss cannons. 58 months is a very long time. Did we eradicate a species, though? Like, eruptions? Are you all dead now? Shouldn't you have died while I was rambling about Superman? No, not yet. December 3rd, so the day is coming. We got like a month. So we're going to have some cataclysmic changes that happen here in about 60 days. Let's get ready to adjust to the fact that we're going to eliminate some sentient species. Talking about Lex Luthor, we're doing some Lex Luthor shit right here. There we go. So our food supply next month, and we really won't see the full effects of this until the next month. But this is going to go way, way, way down because we just ate like 3 entire species of indigenous people. Well, not the entire species, I guess, because there are some eruptions. We won't have eradicated them because there are still some that exist in the galaxy. They're just going to be none in the Peterian Empire, right? If we look at our species map, like, those guys are gone, right? No, we still have Zaplos and we still have eruptions. How come? They should be dead. I purged them. Do we have to wait until the new year? In 2306, is that the year we're finally free of the eruption menace? I'm curious to find out. So there we go. Yeah, okay. So let's actually pause this. So you'll notice our food supplies have precipitously dropped. That's because we ate all of these people. Yep. So they're all eaten. That's real bad. We should take a look at our sectors just to see. Really, considering all we were getting out of those people is food, though, like, that shouldn't really have cost us anything. In fact, most of our sectors they're doing all right for themselves. These guys have more minerals than you could shake a stick at. Then again, our mineral input is also pretty good, although our mineral input has gone down significantly since we killed off and murdered a bunch of those slaves. But in the opposite case, shouldn't that have done positive things for our worldwide unrest? Like, unrest should be way down across the board, right? Yeah. This planet is actually short of food, but they're growing a population who will fix the food problem very shortly. I trust that this is going to be correctly managed by the AI. You know what? They'll take care of it. As long as all their numbers are in the positive and my empire looks good, the overall arching of the Peterian reign, that's really mostly what I'm worried about. I think we're good. Okay, Oklahoma City, how you guys doing down here? Because I am going to stick these guys in a district once I get them taken care of. You know what we should just, here, while I'm thinking of stuff, let's just knock all these out. Just get rid of all these. See you in hell, tile blockers. I want that place fully open. And I may just build everything on the planet, then stick it over, get it the way I want it, and then just shove it in a district. Now that I think about it, that may be the superior method. I mean, we don't really have to wait for development anymore. We can kind of just take one in, and we leave like a floater slot. We really run on just 10 planets, and we have like a floater slot, whatever planet we're currently developing. We also have an idle colony ship. You're around Fupu. So I think we wait until those tile blockers are all cleared. Then what we'll do is we'll fully develop everything on our dime, except we can't throw those guys into a district. We could just make a new district, I suppose. Can we make a new district? Or a new sector, rather? Are we allowed? Oh, we can have up to 9 sectors. Well, here's what we'll do then. We'll just once we've got those guys where we want them, we'll just throw them in a new sector and we'll make a district, I don't know, fucking 10 or something. We'll make a district 17. What are you going to do about it? Nothing, that's what. Also, hey, we finally have an excuse to have our construction ships start doing stuff again. Don't we? What ship is this? HIMSS Factory? Why aren't you doing stuff, bro? You should be, here. Build research stations. When you're done with that, build mining stations. And then when you're done with that, like, basically everywhere that's going to be within our sphere of influence, but we need to research these planets, too. Come over here. Oh, right, it's outside our area of influence. We have to wait for a little bit of expansion on that. That's fine. This colony ship, I want to hold off until Oklahoma City gets a little deeper into its queue. How long does it take to clear a tile? Let's look at the planet summary. No, spaceport, surface. How long does it take to clear a freaking tile blocker? Queued. It takes 100 days. So we've got about 2 years before all that stuff is cleared. I wonder how long it would take a colony ship to, or one of our colony ships to evolve into a full-blown colony. I wonder which one happens faster. Also, there's another empire over here, which I'm curious to start learning about, because I'm curious if perhaps they have a high deliciousness quotient, and if they do, I'm thinking, you know, let's devour them. We should put you on science then. And you're going to be over here on this Autochthonian monument when you eventually develop. What do we want to do with the rest of this planet? Well, we might as well go ahead and get a power plant built here. I want to make sure mostly we're looking for power and science. That's really all we're looking for, but probably they should be able to feed themselves a little bit. Some minerals wouldn't suck. So I think we'll do a mine here. Not a mineral silo, no. build a basic mine. I think we'll build a basic mine here. Let's make this more of a mineral planet. We'll do a basic mine here. And the only thing we're looking for from a power perspective is we want these guys to be able to power their own. We want them to be able to power like all their own upgrades. So we'll do power here and power here. And we'll do hydroponic farm, and mine. And as soon as we could get all that queued up, then we're going to kick that planet out of the Empire. It's just like, okay, we've set you up. You're ready to go. You're on your own now. Go forth and conquer the galaxy, my son. Make me proud. Go forth and do right by the Peterian Empire. Our factory ship is factoring. Speaking of factory ships, do we have any other planets that have fallen into our borders? Oh, up. Zeta Reticuli is in our Imperial space. Gozam has come within our Imperial space. Here you go. Yes, get over here. Research station. When you're done with that. Mining stations. Over here, same bit. Research stations, when you're done with those, get those mining stations working. And finally, everybody is doing something again. No more idle hands. The Devil's Plaything have gone the way of the dodo. Devil's Plaything, of course, a fantastic album by Beck. Not to be confused at all with The Devil's Haircut. I got 2 empires and arthropods. I got 2 empires of arthropods. That's what it is, right there. There's the Beck reference. My 2 vassals, empires of arthropods. 2 empires of arthropods. Where it's at. I got 2 empires of the arthropod. There we go. And, I mean, mostly we're just kind of kicking back and chilling here. A little bit of villain-esque action working. Little clam wrecker. We'll wait for next month's minerals, and I think we can probably afford to build another clam wrecker. We got a solid income coming in. We're doing some research. Barrier point defense is finished. What's behind it? An observatory, AI colony developments, planet fortification, which gives us hyper shields, or, you know what, blue laser. Like, just get that out of my fucking sight, really. I just want the blue laser to be gone. You know what? That's fine. You loonies, just go blow up the ocean. I've had enough of your shit. Blue laser, you want to blow up the ocean? I'm tired of stopping you. Just those loonies want to blow up the ocean. I'm gonna let them blow up the ocean. I'm done. I'm done. I've lost my patience with them. Got a hostile fleet. What do we got? Lookouts for some privateers. Well, we don't tolerate pirates in Peterian space, so you guys are gonna die. We are losing some energy credits once we decided to roll out the fleet. You know, at 10 credits a month, though, we can afford that for roughly eternity. Should be perfectly fine. Although it does indicate that we're going to need to maybe focus a little bit on energy here in the future. Encountering Backs. Some sort of alien vessels in the Back system. Strange has been decided as the Samek Menace. Until we can learn more about them, should proceed with caution. I'm not interested in devoting research into learning about those guys. If they're interested in anything the Peterian Empire has going on, you know what? They can come to me. You guys want to know what the Peterians are all about? Just come to me, and we'll talk it through. It will end in violence, almost certainly. We'll be mortal enemies for life. I'll destroy you, and everybody lives happily ever after. We lost a leader, though. Who was it? No! Our boy, Malak Bilal, the greatest... Oh, he was the greatest military mind our empire has ever had. Now he's dead. And we got to replace him with somebody who's going to be ultimately less good. Bonus evasion, bonus sublight speed, bonus combat speed. Neither of those is fantastic. Emergency FTL damage. Okay, combat speed is good. What are you? Monthly hull regeneration. That guy's actually all right, except he's 49. And the only thing I really care about when it comes to leaders is that they're not going to die in the next 5 minutes. That's really all I want. It's like, hey, can you live a while? How's your heart? Good. Okay, I mean... Overall general health is positive. No alarming news on your most recent physical. Have you had a CT scan lately?
Research complete.
Whoa, what's this? You're new. Unspent civic points. Oh, we're supposed to be adopting a new Unity? We never did our new Unity thing. Or did we? We did. We adopted Harmony, I thought. We did adopt Harmony. So what is this? We have unspent civic points that could be used to improve our government. We do? Agenda, a new generation. Bonus growth speed and health. What does this do? Oh, this is something I've actually not been paying any attention to at all. Crown Prince, okay, authority. Reform government, I guess. Oh, reform your government by changing its ethos, civics, or authority. Making a change will incur an influence cost. I mean, I like police state and philosopher king, though. Can I just add one? I can just add one. Ah, very cool. Okay, so we can make consumer goods go down by 1. Slaver guilds. Slaves give us more food and more minerals. I mean, okay, I don't hate it. Cutthroat politics. Bonus monthly influence. I kind of like that a lot. Mining guilds. Extra 10% minerals doesn't suck. Efficient bureaucracy. You know, this would really help our overall plan of development as we expand. We could use those 2 extra core system slots to rotate in planets out. Aristocratic. You should learn to speak, Pete. Aristocratic elite, perhaps, is what you're going for there? There it is. Imperial cult! Aw, I really wanted to establish the cult of the Peterian Empire. Well, that makes me sad. Still, what else can we pick? We are what? Fanatic, xenophobes, and authoritarian. So this is authority. Imperial. We're not a hive mind. We're not dictatorial. Oligarchic. What can we pick out of this? There's meritocracy, which does what now? Bonus leaders. All right. Environmental slave guilds. What did that add to us? Not much. What if we go this route? Did we get anything different here? Function. No, not really. We get exactly the same stuff. Imperial. I mean, I really feel like we should stick with Imperial. I felt good about being an Imperial bastard, and we're really engaging in a lot of colonialism. I think we should probably stick on it. Cutthroat politics. I really like the idea of bonus monthly influence, because influence has been a bit of a sticky wicket for us. We never seem to have enough. An extra 10% minerals, though, also wouldn't suck. Functional architecture, aristocratic elite, neither one of those am I particularly interested in. Environmentalism is also intriguing, because how much are we spending on consumer goods? 244 minerals a month. So what's our overall mineral income? We produce 500 minerals. So if we took mining guilds, that gives us effectively a bonus 50 minerals. If we took efficient bureaucracy, or rather, what is it, slavery? No, environmentalists? Yeah, we could reduce the cost of consumer goods by 20%. So currently, if we took mining guilds, we'd get 50 minerals out of that. If we took environmentalists, we would save roughly exactly the same amount of minerals. So environmentalists and mining guilds are effectively the same thing. Except, mining guild scales as we add more mineral input, whereas the environmentalists would scale as we add more demand for consumer goods. So, like, giving people a higher standard of living, we could increase our, this is an interesting conundrum, because let's take a moment and actually think this through. Pete, did you say think something through? I'm confounded. Yeah, I know, it's surprising. But what if we changed the rights of our citizens and took them out of impoverished conditions? What if we made the basic rights for our slaves? Now, we leave them as slaves. That doesn't change. You know, slavery's not going anywhere. It's the foundation of the Peterian Empire, really. We're not about to change that. But what if, instead of giving our slaves, what if we gave them like a better living type? Humans are undesirables? I don't think that's right. I mean, that seems, yeah, there you go. I was going to say, we're not undesirables. Living standards. So what if we set, because like our slaves go at impoverished, what if we gave social welfare? This gives us a bonus 10%, but it makes our consumer goods use go up half a point by 50%. So we could get it to go up 50%. Would our slaves still be using impoverished lifestyles? Because what I'd like to do is just make our slaves get a better lifestyle. I wonder if there's a way. Is there a way to do it? What if we didn't change this, but changed our slavery type? We still want slaves. I mean, come on, slaves, yes. Domestic servants increase the happiness of free pops, but are less productive than other slaves or even free population. Okay, battle thralls, no, we don't want. Livestock, no, we don't want our slaves to be livestock. Our slaves eat the livestock. So I guess the answer is no. We could change our slavery type, or we could give our living standards we could give our other non-slaves better living standards. But our slaves are still going to be, we could go chemical bliss. Entertainment media is made freely available as a drug regimen, induce a euphoric stupor. The pops are happy, but useless. How is chemical bliss good? They don't produce anything. They just wander around in a chemically induced haze, but they're really happy. Utopian abundance. Nope, can't do that. Social welfare. Let's not monkey with it. I think we've still got this new ethic though, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm just sitting here. We're doing nothing while we think about this. We could just go with slaver guilds and say, hey, slaves, let's really turn up the crank on the output there. This gives us more minerals and food, but doesn't give us more minerals from non-land-based ones, because those aren't being worked by a slave. Environmentalist is interesting. I'm just going to take cutthroat politics, because that's it. I mean, we've had... Oh, I can't even... I spent all this time thinking about this, and I can't even do it? Oh, no, I could just... Okay, so I spent the point. I got cutthroat politics. We get an extra done. No, we actually can't do that because we need 250. So we got to spend 250 influence to get a bonus 50 influence. You know what? Fine, we'll wait. Malal died. We already replaced him. We unlocked a civic slot. Oh, that's what the research did that. Okay. We did that with research. Wow, it's like the first really useful thing research has done. Give me another core sector system, though. And then we don't have to even consider taking that civic, because we'll have a 12th one that we can then just use as our rotating revolving door to bring people into the Empire and then kick them right the fuck out. I like our new colonization policy. Hostile fleets are present? Yeah, well, I mean, it's a hostile fleet for certain values of hostile. It's about to be EXP for our brand new general, Percival Peckham. What a great name for a general. Thriving ecosystem. Yeah, I don't care. Why, look at it. It's Percival Peckham there. He's right there, ready to go into battle, sir. Stiff upper lip there, mind you, Derby. Colossal victory there for Percival Station. Pirate Station has been completely eradicated. Blimey, I'm great. Who'd have thought that I'd be so effective at... Percival Peckham was immediately promoted to rank 2. The guy goes into battle one time, doesn't lose a ship, he's immediately... Percival Peckham is the greatest military commander the world has ever seen. Sir Percival. I think we sort of have to knight him at this point. And somebody's like, Pete, does the Peterian Empire have knighthoods? Of course we have knighthoods, man. We got the OPE, the Order of the Peterian Empire, man. It's the most highly awarded, highly sought after military honor that the universe has ever seen. Also, that guy's shooting a lot of missiles at us. You guys want to maybe open fire here? Oh, you're shooting at the 22 helpless little victims that are getting crushed. Oh, there you go. Another victory for the mighty Percival Peckham. We picked up some trivial amount of minerals and energy as well. Completed a little bit of research. A blue laser is finally finished. All right, can we get something that doesn't suck over here? Plasma accelerator. I mean, apparently the answer to your question, Pete, is a resounding no. Well, let's just do quantum destabilizers, I guess. Got some time projects. We don't have any idle science ships. They're all busy. Oh, this is the debris. Those are only there because we just blew it up. System survey. Gained a level. Gained a level. Percival Peckham! The man. The myth. The legend.
Survey complete.
Sir Percival! Where are you going, by the way? I can tell you're like warping to the, you're going, you know what? Here, go back to Sol and go idle. Man, all right, you know what, Percival Peckham, come back to Earth because I really feel like you're due a ticker tape parade, honestly. So let's go ahead and get you back to Earth. we will get you your ticker tape parade, and also I will wrap this episode up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see the continuing career of Percival Peckham, the greatest military mind since Horatio Nelson, you might consider subscribing as well. New episodes of the Adventures of Sir Percival every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. But you better not hope you see me over the barrel of a cannon.